Hello everyone, welcome. I have part 3 of our little Nutcracker girl here by Marina May. Again, if you are interested, the link is down below to go to her Facebook and grab it. The only thing I did off camera was I based this with a light blue just so that you could see this one little window square and how I'm going to do it in case you wanted to do yours different. Other than that, this is where we left off. I finished her hair, of course. So we're going to finish up the background, do some things on this tree, and maybe tackle this, and then we'll only have one more part to go. Okay, so for my background, I just based my little squares in non-photo blue, but I decided I'm going to take Copenhagen blue, and it's going to be my dark blue. So these white lines here are snow or frost built up at the corners of the window. So I'm going to leave those alone, and I'm going to put in this all the way through. I'm going to use gel pen on my background, so I'm going to cover up the stars and things, but if you want to leave those so they're brighter, you can do that as well. And I'm not going to worry about my edges too much because I am going to border with a nice red washi tape. So I think I have a red one that says Merry Christmas that will match nicely when we're all said and done here. So I am going to fill this in good. I'm not going to put any other colors with it or anything like that for now. Okay, so Copenhagen blue, that's all we're doing there. Okay, at the bottom here, and I accidentally put my color away. Give me 1 second. I knew I had that color out, and then I couldn't remember what I had it out for and put it away. Okay, this is peacock blue. And what I did is I lightly layered the bottom window and up the side of all the ones with snow. So down the bottom, up the side. I didn't do across the top. Down the bottom. So I will do that to all of them. Excuse the noise. We are hunkering down. We're pretty sure we're going to have a snow day tomorrow. It's not official, but excuse me. We are getting 12 to 16 inches of snow tonight. And it is about 10:30 and we're probably already 8 inches in. So I'm pretty sure they're going to call a snow day just for the fact that buses won't run. We only have 2 snow plows, one for in town, one for out of town. So it takes a while to get roads cleared around here. On the bright side, at least when it's snowing, it's above 0 because it has to be somewhat warm to snow. So we are finally above 0 for a little while anyway. Okay, then I'm going to take that non-photo blue, which is what I used for a base here, and I'm going to small circular motions go over the peacock and pull upwards. Or out if you're on the side of the snow here. Make sure I'm on camera here. So small circular and up. I'm going to turn this a little. Now this one looks a little dark, but it'll tame out here. And if you want it lighter and daintier, kind of this one is pretty light, then you just add less. Okay, cloud blue, rule of 3. Okay. And it'll still get even lighter. This one I might have got a little crazy with, but that's alright. We'll get her simmered down here. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that white pencil. I'm going to work from my lightest area down so that I'm not dragging any more dark upwards. I'm going to take my eraser on this one, and I'm going to put new batteries in so it's louder. I finally remembered. Like 5 color alongs later. Okay, now I'm going to put my white in. Okay, and then what I do is I take my gel pen, and I kind of improvise here, so this is up to you, but I'm going to go just like where I put that dark, which seems kind of silly, but to cover it up, but it still shows. So I'm going to put a little more in the cracks, or the corners, sorry, cracks. That. I'm going to trace their line because I don't want a harsh black line in my snow. Clean my tip off and go nice and slow. And that's why I didn't put this blue real dark right against this line, is because then it won't change colors. But I'm also going to bring that white up a little just to make it look like the ice is going up a little. And then I will come back later, but then I will just dot in my snowflakes and my star. So I will do that on all these squares. Might need a new gel pen. I think this one is trying to die on me a little bit. Just like that. Make the corners a little wider. Like it's building up there. And we have snow in our windowsill. So to do that all the way through. The red, I'm going to do these little ribbons on this tree red. I was going to do Sharpie, then I was going to do pencil. Let me see one thing. I think this will be. Then I remembered I have Oh Hoo Hoo glitter markers. And I love these markers, and they are so glittery. So I'm going to use these on my ribbons. They're not really big enough to add a whole lot of shading or anything to, so I think this will work perfect. Turning a little so I can make sure I get all this ribbon. Alright, so there is my ribbon. For now, I'm going to sharpen a dark red. This one is crimson red. And I'm just going to put these little lines in on this candy right here. I don't want to do them the same as the ribbon. because they're close together. If they were further apart, I would have. Okay, so I'm also going to put in, actually, I'm going to put in my gold frame. So this is a Painter's Palette Gold Metallic Paint Pen. I looked for these on Amazon and didn't see them, but I'm pretty sure I got mine at Walmart. I shook mine ahead of time, but always make sure you shake it and test it before you use it on a piece to make sure the paint hasn't separated or that you're going to get a huge run of it all at once on your paper. So I use this paint pen for all kinds of things. I recently did a page in tiny homes. Quickly show you why that dries. Let's see if I can do it. And you can see, let's see if I can see all that shiny gold. I love how it picks up in the light. It is so pretty. So I just dab a little. This time I use the top of my glitter and use a tiny paintbrush and just paint it on. But I use this paint pen for all sorts of things. Okay, I'm gonna skip the tiny areas for now. And I am going to come back and add some gold to some other things in here, like his little circles there and his boots. And when I do that, I will come back with my paintbrush and fix those areas as well. But there is our shiny gold border. Nice and fancy. Okay, so next I'm going to work on this little flower down here. I'm going to pull Black Cherry, Tuscan Red, Crimson Red I already have, that's Terracotta, and Poppy, possibly, if I can find it. I actually didn't plan on getting this far. That's alright. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Tuscan. I'm going to shadow my dark areas. Now I looked at this for a little while because I was confused if this one was a leaf or part of the flower. But these are leaves, so I'm going to stick with it's a flower. If you want to do yours different, go for it. But I'm going to call mine part of the flower. So right now I'm just kind of figuring out where everything's at here. See, I thought the lines, see how the lines go like straight out on this one and this one there. But it doesn't match like any of the leaves either, unless this one was maybe supposed to be one too. I don't know, we're rolling with it. It'll just be a really big poinsettia. These do take a little while. They are a lot of blending. Again, I'm not going to base layer because I want my dark to be dark. And if I put a light color down and then put my dark over it, I lose my vibrancy. So I'm not going to base layer on this one. bringing those shadows out. Okay, so then I will put all these little lines in as well. I'm going to put a dark shadow around these berries here. And I'm going to take my black cherry and only for down the middle of these am I going to darken. So I'm not going to do the lines or anything, just the middle of the flower there. This would have been a good one to do an alcohol marker with the tiny lines. Just kind of making sure I got everything. Again, I'm gonna call this one a leaf, or a flower petal, I mean. Now I'm confusing everybody. If you want it to be a leaf, go ahead and do yours green. But I am sticking with this nice big flower for now. Okay, then I'm going to take my next red, which is the crimson. I'm going to go over that line and out a little ways. Now I'm still leaving white. I'm not coloring the whole thing. But I also want to bring that shadow out. Okay, so we should have something like that. Again, over the middle and out. Okay. Now we definitely want to have it on there because we don't want to try to go from this dark Tuscan red straight to poppy. This is our transition color. Okay, I'm gonna put my lines in here. It's so quiet. I let all the kittens out to play in the snow this afternoon because it was like 30 degrees. They've never seen snow before, so that was interesting, but they're all wore out now, so they're actually sleeping. Nobody's up here chasing pencils or trying to smack the light, play with themselves on the camera. Not used to it being so quiet. Okay, so that's what I will do, and I will have to come back and touch some of it up, but quickly show you how I get the poppy in there. Okay, so a couple of these little lines I missed. Shadows I want to darken up. I'm kind of working backwards. I'm doing all my finishing touches before I put that poppy red in. Okay, so I need to add this red over here. Okay. Now we take the poppy red, same thing, circular motions. Kind of starting in the lighter areas and working into the darker so we don't smear the darker colors so much. And we should get something. Adding a little shading to that middle part there. That looks like that. Hopefully that comes out as good on camera as I can see it. So now you just go through and do your whole little blending process on all of them. Now some of them, like this one, I'm going to come back. I'm going to darken around that leaf. Back up. Now like this one, some of my lines got a little pushed away here, so I'm just going to put those back in. Even though it's a skinny one, I want it to have it. Again, fixing any streaks, darkening that middle. Just like that. So I will go through and finish that. But quickly, for my green, I'm going to take grass green. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little on the outside. Okay, I'm going to come in with a little bit of apple green. See, I got that nice white left in the middle. I'm going to bring in my spring green. This is spring green, not the chartreuse. Okay, and then if I want to fix anything, and that will be my green. So you can make it darker if you want. I don't want to blend in with my tree too much, so I decided to keep my colors kind of light. Whatever works with your page. Alright, so there's how that one looks up against my tree. My berries, I am going to take a yellow orange. And it's going to look really orange for a second, but I'm going to come in with a red, but I don't want it to blend in here. Okay, so I have some nice bright yellow berries in here, and then I'm going to come over with my poppy red. I'm just outlining them so that yellow still shines through. they have that red berry feel. Okay, use my yellow to get rid of any lines if I don't like them. Make some a little more red than others. That will be my berries, my leaves, my window, so next time all I have to do is to decide a color on her dress, her hair, and this little nutcracker. I'm going to do this red. So my highlight is on this side, so I'm going to color this whole thing here light red. Again, not coming in dark, this is just kind of planning colors. Now you can do gold or black or whatever. I just kind of like this red combo. Now I am leaving this, the middle things, window things for now. Can't think of the word. Because there's a little flame here, so I'm gonna make it look like it's glowing. It's not gonna be glowing very bright because I didn't put a glow around it. So if you want to do that, you draw a circle around it lightly with a yellow or whatever. But I'm just going to leave it as is and kind of fill it in. I don't want too much attention to it. I want to make it look nice, but I don't want too much because I want my focus to be on her and her nutcracker. So now I am going to still come in and put my details and my edges in on this. This is just plotting my lights and darks, basically. So I can see how much I want to bring things over, where my highlights need to be brighter. Okay, and that just makes for a nice, pretty little red light pole. It'll look something like that when we get it all in. Try not to get any on my snow there because I don't want red snow. Quickly do this ball up here on top. Again, leaving that highlight white. Putting a little dark right there so that I can blend it this way. Thinking how I want to do this one here. Putting a little highlight on this spot right here because it's in the front. So if your light is coming from the front, your highlight will be down the center, and right here, the sides will both be dark. Because they put the highlight off to the side, I'm assuming the light is coming this way, which is why I shaded lightest to darkest in that direction. So just have a play with it, whatever you like. Kind of darkening some areas, giving it a little life here, so it's not all. So there is our page. Questions, comments, anything like that, please let me know. I hope to see you for our last and final part. I should have it up shortly. This is the last week the kids are in school before Christmas break here, so I'm going to try to get this one wrapped up before they are out, because then recording gets spotty. But there we are. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you for part 4.